What a bitches. Anyways, so I have good news. Uh, as of right now, no night shift rest here, which means I'll be streaming every day. That's one thing. Two, uh, my new alerts should be ready tomorrow. So you'll see them tomorrow instead of the Pokeballs.
Cool.
See?
Okay.
And also, the first group of engines of the night has a hub. So that's great.
Yay.
Nice.
However, I have a bad feeling about it.
Why?
Because it's a biomedical group.
Oh, well, that, yeah.
So yeah, Yonshi Medical Inc., also known as Yonshi Inc. or YJ Inc., is a well-known private medical and biotechnology corporation from Taiwan. It has been established for over 30 years and provides service of medication and private education in Taiwan. The company also develops and profits from biomedical merchandises. The organization used to be viewed as a normal group until several SCPs indicate that supervisors of the company may have unknown contact with sarcasm, utilizing internal biotechnologies for internal projects.
Well, that escalated quickly.
Yeah, it escalated real quickly. Except for a few noticeable cases, most of Yonshi Inc.'s activity are non-anomalous, and most of its employees are not aware of the existence of paranormal society. Considering the influence Yonshi has on Taiwanese society, eradication of the organization is currently deemed both impossible and unnecessary. Since Yonshi Inc.'s awareness of Foundation is under the Veil Society has been evaluated to be extremely low, the current resource of Foundation is to be focused on monitoring the supervisors of the incorporation and launching intelligence operations on its internal database and medical research. Oh. I like how at first it sounded bad, then it started saying, oh yeah, some of this are linked with Sarkist. Nothing bad happened to Sarkist.
Hmm.
Barring us finding anything else significant, we're basically being asked, hey, where would you put a medical corporation if they were just a little bit more evil?
But they're already evil.
It just, where would you put if it's just a little more evil?
Alright, well,
I'd put I'd put normal medical corporations in evil, so of course this would go in evil.
oh! Oh shit!
What? What?
I clicked utilizing anomalous biotechnology or simply psychic mechanisms, and we actually got an anomaly.
Okay, let's read how evil they get. Oh no.
I don't even know what I'm looking at.
It says digestive tube-like anomalous lesion removed from the upper arm of AAP-ZH61003, a highly separated epithelium of gastrointestinal tract can be seen above the muscle layer of the arm. That doesn't belong there.
Oh.
Right, so that's a whole bunch of words that nuked like whatever brain cells I had left.
You know what? Let me just explain it. They found part of the intestines in the arm in an infection thing.
That's that sounds fine. I mean, it's
No,
just
no,
it's just
it
I
doesn't
just with
belong
your honor.
there.
It's
Oh wait,
fine.
I find it.
No,
I find it funny how the SP description it says it's a disease, and its number is 610.
Aww.
I know it has
Different
probably nothing
thing.
to do with 610, but I just find that funny.
Well, it started off by showing us a picture of some intestines finding its way in the arm, so maybe it's related. I don't know.
Yeah,
This is
anyways.
fine.
Yeah,
No!
Everything's fine.
alright.
No!
Let's
It
see.
doesn't belong there!
Alright. CH610 is currently defined as an anomalous neoplastic disease, internally known as fulminant histocarcinoma vigere. Epidemiology and molecular biology research has confirmed it is not the result of external pathogen infection. Presently, this anomalous disease is widely regarded to be a special induction of human genome by sarcoid inducer SSCH610 morphoxin. Sarkic-like. As, as the basic properties of said protein structure is identical to the synthesis and behavior of an ordinary biochemical substance, it is yet to be considered as an SCP item, and therefore encourage the potential revitalization and high-level redifferentiation of living cells. Under micropathological examination, 610 may develop into various human tissue and biochemically speaking grow in an impossible speed without inducing any fatigue nor pain to the infected. Oh. Mitosis of 610's pathologic cells is irregular, thought to be extremely ugly, yet they are able to remain a high degree of separation and operate in an enhanced efficiency compared to original tissues. This phenomenon is also seen as particular in ordinary pathology.
I feel like its number is on purpose.
It could be, it could not be.
Uh huh.
Samples were sent to anomalous radiation research laboratories, which has analyzed that the abnormal tissues contains VIR. In thaumatology, final energy radiation is a special radiation emitted by EVE particles, and its frequency are akin to that of SCP-610.
What were you saying? Yeah, I'm
So
sorry. There's no way this medical group is going in anything but evil.
so it's 610, but it makes you furry?
And other related sarkic products. Studies from Site 66 also suggest that 610 can reenact this phenomenon with sarcoid approach. Sarcoid approach, a simulative biotechnology created by the Foundation, can roughly emulate the bioactivity of sarkic products, but does not include anomalous wavelengths of VIR. 610 is currently recognized to have a strong relation in potential group of interest beyond the biomedical group, due to the high homogeneity known in multiple anomalous radiation detection and cell culture analysis between anomaly and circuit products. It has been deduced that the group had used related anomalous biotechnology for their industrial R&D. The communication records collected by Foundation agents suggest the company had established technical exchanges with 4036, which has been deleted. More information are restricted to level 4 4036 personnel.
So, yeah, they're evil.
So they used this anomaly. That's not a good sign.
Gee, why would you say that? Sorry.
I like trains.
Trains are nice.
Oh wait, sarkic activities for the higher ups, like executives on those form connections to societies. No, you do not see sarkic as ordinary, but new resource available for in-depth development. Oh, it goes to. Oh, now 4036 works. Oh wait, this might be in new 4036. Oh, I don't think I want to read this now.
Deals with racism and depictions of suicidal ideation.
I just wanted to see the
Okay.
content warning. I don't think. Well, we can already see the Stark symbol, so I think we.
I think it's the same SCP.
So basically, we're just gonna put this in evil, right?
Yes.
Question is where in evil?
Should we put them like? Hmm.
It's a company, so I'd probably like
Put it
by
in like.
default put them in.
Oh,
I'd by default put companies and corporations in neutral wherever they are.
yeah.
So neutral evil.
Yeah, I was about to say we put them in the same group as Martial Card and Dark. Then I
Yeah.
think we did we put Martial Card and Dark neutral evil?
I don't remember.
I think
We
they
might
went
have.
in lawful evil because they go by their
Yeah.
own rules.
Yeah, we did lawful evil.
Uh,
I don't consider this company the lawful evil, just neutral evil.
we don't have enough information on its internal structure.
Yeah.
Say lawful evil. I'd say.
Yep. Oh, so this is the last the
Should
traditional
it be moved
Chinese
into
branch.
lawful evil?
Yeah, we put
Oh,
Huh?
sorry. I was saying, should we put it in lawful evil because
No,
of
I was
something had to?
thinking.
oh,
No, I was saying it should be in neutral.
Oh,
yeah, anyways, this is the last group in the traditional Chinese branch. National Paracivilian Agency. Fully titled as National Paracivilian Agency of Ministry of Interior Republic of China, ROC Taiwan. The group can be briefly called Paracivilian Agency. As a subordinate group of Ministry of Interior of Taiwan, Paracivilian Agency is generally in charge of is that coping or coping?
coping.
Coping. Oh, coping with all under the veil affairs about people from Taiwan and its belonging islands. While it is unusually cooperative with the Foundation, its bureaucratic nature can easily lead to conflicts with Foundation investigations to paranormal events.
I will say I don't like how coping is there, and that might be a bad translation.
Maybe. The precise time of its establishment remains unknown. Considering ROC's government's authoritarian nature before 1987, it is reasonable to suggest that Paracivilian Agency should become active after Taiwan's martial law got abolished by that year. By the year. The organization seems to have no access to paranormal military forces. It also shows no interaction with NSB-8, a previously subordinated but currently insurgent group of ROC government. Alright, Jerry, guess how many SCPs are connected to it?
One,
None.
It rhymes.
God fucking goddamn. I mean, yeah, I can't defend myself there.
National Paracivilian Agency. Do we want to search that up?
Sure. Well, when looking up the name, you also put an SCP after.
Oh,
Space SCP. Oh,
I clicked this because it basically, I saw in the description it
okay.
said something about the agency in it. Or at least it did on the Google description. I can double check. Should know.
Will you open all the little subfolders?
Alright. There is so much information on this fucking SCP.
Yes, open all the folders so you can find the ones with the relevant information. I think there's one that was unopened.
I'm still going down. Away from the top. Nope. They're all open now. I saw on Google it says. Well, I went too far. Yeah, National First Civilian Agency India Corporation Project of Fentanyl instance to worsen the situation in need. Yeah, it shows right here, bottom.
Yeah, that's why you do the search after all the folders are open. You did it before. The search doesn't work unless you do it after.
So much shit to click.
Yeah, and I
Alright.
still feel like you missed one, but that's fine.
Roll. There it is. Alright.
Huzzah!
This is a timeline of important events with SCP. Alright. March 30th, Taiwan declared martial laws. National Fair Civilian Agency and SPCH initiated a cooperation project to prevent anomalous incidents to worsen the situation in the region.
Hey, Rando.
Hi, Rando. And that's the only time it's ever talked about in this SCP.
Well, then, yeah, let's look for a different SCP. Like I said, when you're searching in Google, oh, put SCP after to make it easier for it to understand what you're looking for. There's another. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it has the group. Oh, I hate the font. Why? Making sure there's nothing around. Open. Oh. Well, I'm not. Oh, well. Oh god, Oria and Marshall Carden Dark together in this. I don't like that. Okay, hold on. Okay, so we got National Radio Quiet Zone, National Security Agency, NSA, so no. Communications, nationality. Oh, National Paranormal Emergency Service, National Paracivilian Agency. Okay. So, okay, so we should probably see what this protocol fault line is. Because that's basically what they're signing right here. Protocol fault line is sick.
Is
Huh?
is the is the group associated with it?
Yeah, they signed it.
I didn't. Okay.
Yeah. Protocol fault line, a sick in the soul insists that it is humanity that is sick and they are the surgeons to operate on it. Eric Hoffer, 1955. Drafted to safeguard the sovereignty and security of all members via political and military means, collective bargaining and defense at the heart of the protocol establishes and maintains solidarity and cohesion throughout the anomalous world and its members. I'm guessing someone else reacting to this. What's the six? Does it exist? I would have absolutely heard it by now if it existed. There are already way ahead of me, aren't they? Just once, I'd like to be on the leading edge without bleeding all over it. This doesn't sound nearly enough. An eternal resolution is going to bring the Foundation down. We need large-scale collective action and soon. Funding protocol. As unknown grows steadily more concrete in material, so does the threat posed to mankind in normalcy. Before this threat, we stand united not as governments, corporations, or ideologues, but as mankind as representatives, parts of a whole. The SCP Foundation, whether their every ideal stands to couple with ours, has always come second to our collective goal of ensuring mankind's continued prosperity and ascension in a universe saturated in that which can eternal lie. For this, we thank them. This organization has, on innumerable occasions, diverted cataclysms sure to have led mankind toward extinction. For this, we are eternally grateful. However, this organization has, too, over the countries, and due to our thanks and graces for its great deeds, grown fat, inflated, and assured in this righteous goal that only they know the path on which to tread, and dogmatic in when others might follow. In our blindness and desperation for safety and normalcy, we permitted its ascension into the global fundamental force beholden not to mankind, but to a fascistic ruling council with vested interest to bear claim to the obligation. It is for this reason that we draft the Fault Line Protocol. The SCP Foundation has too long operated without supervision, with impunity and with naught but their own isolated interpretation for the greater good, of the wishes of the many. Signatories herein represented all mankind, its vices and virtues, its distinct and divergent interpretations of culture, religion, kingship, science, and philosophy, of what it means to be human and the implications therein. Signatories acknowledge and affirm that fundamental nature of individuality, the inalienable right to one's own life and ability to reason, and therefore agreed to apportion disagreements of natures, political, externally to the cause herein for the betterment of mankind, unapportioned by borders material or metaphysical. For we have arrived at the dawn of a new era. The SCP Foundation will, from this day forward, answer to mankind, no longer to their self-imposed axiomatic interpretation. Each signatory will, with the collective bargaining of all, wield the human right and capacity for liberty. The signatories to this protocol reaffirm their devotion to the principles of their collective desire to live in peace and prosperity. With all peoples and all governments, they seek to promote stability and well-being of the veiled and unveiled worlds. They are resolved to unite their efforts for collective autonomy and for eternal preservation, for peace and normalcy. They therefore agree to this full-length protocol. SCP 5000 begs a different mission statement. Yeah. What? Column 1. Signatories herein agree to utilize this protocol in conjunction in accordance with precedent agreements, including but not limited to the Veil Protocol, Charter of the United Nations, Colon Agreement, Pangea Agreement, Multilateral Agreement for Reality Preservation, H-Y Brazil International Security Agreement, Hoover Mandate and Howard Grant Agreement, Boring Agreement. Column 2. Signatories undertake to act within reason and unless coerced otherwise, to settle violations peacefully in such a manner that international normalcy and security are not endangered. Column 3. Signatories, by means of continuous and effective self-help and mutual aid, will maintain and develop their individual and collective capacity to resist violations of territorial and political integrity or security. Column 4. Signatories will result together whenever, in the opinion of any of them, the territorial and political integrity or security of any of the signatories is threatened. Column 5. Signatories agree that violations against one shall be considered a violation against them all, and consequently, they agree that if such a violation occurs, each of them an exercise of the right of the individual or collective self-defense, will assist the signatory or signatories so violated by taking forthwith, individually and in consort with other signatories, such action as it deems necessary, including use of armed force, to restore and maintain the integrity of the veiled world. It can't be serious. Nobody is going to sign this. It's like signing your own death warrant. We're fucked. Alright, the FBI United States Unusual Incidents Unit signed it. Global Coalition signed it. That's not surprising. British Occult Service signed it. Special Affairs Division signed it. Bureau of Anomalies Regulation signed it. National Paranormal Emergency Service. Department of Abnormal Threats to the Security Service of Ukraine. Anomalous Materials Information Security System. Brazilian Superintendents for the Paranormal. National Paracivilian Agency signed it. New Chaoling signed it. What is the endgame here? Collective defense, create the very own fail NATO? What kind of thing will take years if it doesn't kill us all at first? On the other hand, I do stand corrected. And one long strange trip later...
The cum bucket. Everyone, this is my favorite place to go to. That's why I get pregnant so many times.
Thanks for the raid, Joe. Ancillary signatories as of January 1st, 2020. Marshall Carter Dark, Anderson's Robotics Sapphire, Church of the Broken God, Cogworks Orthodox Church, Organization or Reclamation of Islamic Artifacts, Ming Directorate General Staff of Armed Forces, Occult Branch, Primordial, Institute for Human Education and Development, in WWW, Human Ministry of Anomalies, and Paranormal Warfare Command. Pentagram. We stand together. Nori, Gasmi, Crow, Communications, Relay, and Overwatch. Okay, so they signed this document, and I don't know how I feel about that.
I
Wait, Chew, why did you put shield mode on? That was confusing. Yeah, Sorry, I thought I was turning on for my channel. I wasn't tempted to silence me. You're fine, Chew. So, by signing this, you agree that the Foundation has become fascists? Because they did say it was, like, fascistic. Ruling Council.
Wait, are those
I
the
mean,
Huh?
groups that basically agree the Foundation's a group of fascists or something?
I honestly don't know if we can draw any conclusions from what was just read, simply because I don't think anyone here actually understands what was just read.
Same. All that we know is that they agree that they don't like the Foundation.
I don't even know if it's saying that. Like, uh,
I'm positive that's what they were saying.
Oh yeah, the Foundation, SCP Foundation has too long operated without supervision, with impunity, and with naught but their own isolated interpretation for the greater good of the wishes of many. Signatories herein represent all mankind. Its vices and virtues is its distinct and divergent interpretation of culture, religion, and blah blah blah. What seems human? As long as the confirmed reality. I think they're saying that signing this means you keep an eye on the Foundation. Right?
yeah.
Basically, from what I gather,
Basically,
besides
they
Foundation
think the
make it.
Foundation's fascists have had no one to make sure they're not doing evil for too long.
Yeah. A random person says, okay, depending on the canon, I agree with this document. Basically, from what I gather, publicize the SCP Foundation, make it publicly owned, is what I got.
I
was
wouldn't
kind
like it publicly owned. No, 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 no.
I feel like that is far preferable to it being a monolithic, like a monolithic organization that acts without impunity. Having
Huh.
it being collectively owned and operated by humanity as a whole, rather than being solely beholden to the O5 Council. Yeah, again, SCP-5000.
Yeah. Yeah. So the only information we got is this agent's. So for the previous one, we didn't get much information at all, except that they just helped prevent the SCP. In this SCP, we found out they signed this document. And that's it. That's all the information we got.
I drop it and not enough info.
Yeah. This one, I don't think we can actually get enough
I would
info.
like more information on the group. What is their name again? I'll look it up myself.
National Paris Civilian Agency. Yeah, I can't find anything. We don't always find everything for our group, which is why we have the not enough info.
Justice. DC Comics. Or Injustice. Yeah. What are you doing right now, Jerry?
I'm looking it up and I'm reading something off a wiki.
Well, if it's a
Basically, it's part of the United States FBI, which we already knew, but
well, what? No, it's part of Taiwan.
no, it says it's part of the United States FBI. Even if it's made by like a Taiwan people, it's the United States FBI.
Are you going off the fan wiki or the SCP wiki?
Oh, I grabbed something else. I was reading Central Intelligence Agency. Yeah. I will delete that.
So I guess we're just all agreeing right now that there's just not going to be enough info.
Yeah.
Is this an SCP? That is the one you found before. It does not have enough information.
Yeah. Instead of yeah. So I guess we'll just continue. Now we'll go on to French, Italian, and Lusophone branches, which actually gives a shit ton of information for their groups. As you can see right here, additional documents about the association. It'll give it right down in here for each one. So we will actually get a bunch of information for these groups now.
Yay.
That's why I saved them for last.
Wait, we're on to the last grouping of
Well, I saved the
international
last
SCPs?
three groups: the French, Italian, and Lusophone.
Okay, so the way that
Okay, I
you
give
said
up.
that made it sound like these were all put together.
No.
What was that, Jerry?
I said I give up.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
fair.
I couldn't find any SCP that Aaron hadn't already found. I give up. I even
Fair.
accidentally found like a Chinese version of basically a Foundation New Year's greeting thing.
No,
Nice. Well, now, Jerry, you won't have to worry about that because we got a bunch of information this time.
Hmm?
Mainly,
Oh,
mainly because we get this, as you can see, additional information, different information.
nice.
That's why these three groups are left last. Alright. I mean, not groups.
Oh, is
Three
that
branches.
grilling? They do grilling.
Alright. Association of the Abnormality Amateurs. Association of Abnormality Amateurs, abbreviated AAA, and the rest of the document is a small organization of no more than 20 members, all known with the exception of a Gege, who use their relatively limited knowledge of the anomalous to assemble and create singular artifacts for their own use or to offer them to the Foundation. These almost artifacts are mostly unstable, tend to explode easily, and are unreliable at best.
okay.
In addition, they are composed of salvaged or poor quality materials, leading to their precarious structure and random nature. It is therefore advisable to be very careful in discovering, handling, or studying these anomalous artifacts, as the multiple design flaws make them unpredictable most of the time. However, once these caveats have been corrected, when possible, these artifacts can be surprisingly useful. Some of these are being further studied to determine whether they can be replicated in sufficient quantities uh, to equip some departments. Waitlist is available upon request from Dr. Bergoslet, the current head of research about this group of interest. The items are usually accompanied by a letter vaguely describing the effects in a pseudoscientific language, largely inspired by popular science fiction works, making their interpretation extremely haphazard. It also mentions the desire of this organization to help the SCP Foundation by providing little things that can make your life easier. The reasons behind this are currently unknown. The lack of mentions of other groups of interest, as well as their naivety about the Foundation's monopoly on the anomalous world scene, seems to point to a total ignorance of their organization in this field. No Foundation sites have reported receiving anomalous artifacts or letters from the AAA outside of metropolitan France.
So they're just a bunch of weird fanboys making weird shit to try to help the Foundation incompetently?
Yeah.
I wish they didn't have such a nifty logo.
Eh,
I want to like them, but I can't.
So the only thing
Are they incompetent neutral or should we read?
we should probably read more.
there's only one thing left, which is a funny thing. It's a short
It starts
story.
with beer? Let's read it.
January 5th, more or less quarter to 12 a.m. It was never sure the exact hour since we had changed the battery of the clock during the very slight mistake which had sent a part of the garage into space.
Oh,
A dumb story about general relativity. We quickly get used to that. Not only could we refuse the aforementioned batteries and the anti-gravity frying pan prototype, but it also stretched the aperture time.
Huh?
They accidentally sent their garage door into space.
By the way, talking of aperitif, who put the funny blue liquid experience in the fridge? It's like Bert makes itself hurt.
Oh.
Pushing it stuck in that speed bottles is a bad idea. Okay, but we fucked up the last conical flask this last week. We had to find a solution. Anyway, the two others have already started to return to a solid state. No need to worry.
Ah!
January 5th, sometime around 12 past a quarter a.m. The funny blue liquid had some secondary effects. Si foundation, this is Lorny. I'm sure they're fucking illuminate. Any ideas how to counter effects? Should ask Pierre. Pierre is right on a trip with the coffee table. Reptilians! Ah.
Are they drunk?
I think so!
They accidentally drank basically an SCP alcohol.
Yes.
Okay.
Cherry 5th, not so far from 2 p.m. Fuck that shit, this hangover. Aspirin, 3 pills, please. This already what was the after party. Fortunately, the sane, methodical upchuck and confessing to the toilet seat passed quickly. Honestly, the more we thought about it, the more interesting the phrase was. The two unintentional test subjects proved by example the multitude of possibilities that the anomalous can unlock. That was surprising and exciting. Anyway, this was the reason of being of the association and of this foundation and many other groups maybe, and that was awesome. Hugh, I guess you maybe want your knickers back.
Oh my gosh. Are they still drunk?
Yes. January 5th at a sliver of 20 past 3 p.m., I suggest express effect Curacao. That missing of Zing, you see, it's not a name that who makes dream, and above all all that all that's not Curacao. Yeah, that too. So make some suggestions. Long sounds. Sulfathylic liquid. It sounded good. It didn't mean anything grand, but we felt the science behind it. The proposal had been approved. After all, a scientific name was needed to really officialize a discovery. It was a great principle that made no inventor ever ashamed of their creations, because it mattered little if their telluric psychotron was desperately amorphous, if at if it at least had a classy name. January 5th, scarcely more than 5 p.m. We decided after a quasi-Soviet vote to share the formula with the world. We
What the
were,
fuck is this quasi-Soviet vote?
I don't know. We were in a philanthropic mood. Now for the world can be aware of it, we had to think big. The letter started like this. Dear ladies and gentlemen, and the others too, of the Foundation. First, sorry to disturb you while you have certainly a lot to do for saving the world, but we would like to share something interesting. January
At
5th.
least they
Huh?
at least they recognize non-binary people.
Yeah.
How many stamps do I put on? He put 3.
January 5th, and there was a reflections. Since January 8th, 8 hours 57 p.m. You could just say 8:57 p.m. God damn it. A suspicious-looking package took center stage on the desk of Dr. Cynthia Merkislet, and Dr. Cynthia Merkislet felt her stomach fold into itself as she read the instructions that came with it. Her nails had already dug little holes in the corners. In fact, there was quite a predictable reaction from her in view of those cinders. Okay, before I say it, is this a bad word to say? I don't know if it is or not.
Slav?
Yeah?
It's short
That's
for Slavic.
Oh.
yeah, it's just an ethnic group.
Why did I think that sounded bad?
Maybe you're more tired than you think you are.
I don't know. I think I prefer Aaron being this cautious rather than just potentially immediately saying a slur.
You know what? Yeah, you are correct. Let's hope she gets more tired like this more often.
What the fuck?
Otherwise, she just says everything bluntly.
Anyways, the Slav cut out. Assistant once Taishet poked his head through the door frame. He had a personal conviction against entering ever since the dark incident when he had nearly died strangled in his office. What happened?
I guess we're not finding out.
He shoot the memories out of his head and asked in the ambient air. Need help, Chief? The dangerous atmosphere lingers a moment while the irritated silence answers him. And, are you sure that in your expertise field, the alchemic fluid? Are you really sure? That's to or something. That designated quite more than a page on the letter. It was a goal, an obligation, a crusade. You just need to replace the Moors by a group of fools who wrote crookedly. The assistant crossed his mouth while his tutor continued her train of thought in silence. If you can deduce the use of this thing by interpretation of the sentence, we found a solution to resolve the problem of student precarity. Maybe we can know if there is a way to manipulate it without destroying a building. This is going to be a long night. Now I'm going to close the door carefully. I'm going to borrow some coffee from Dr. Caleb. Okay, so they're definitely incompetent.
You just summarized that.
I already knew they were
I mean,
incompetent.
surmised.
I knew they were incompetent. I didn't know they were that incompetent.
I need potatoes to make my dog meat stew.
We just need to know, do we put them in incompetent good, incompetent neutral, or incompetent neutral? We're not.
Incompetent neutral.
Yeah, that's pretty easy.
Because the Foundation is a neutral group, and they're trying to help the Foundation.
They put it got put next to people want to marry anime characters.
Okay.
There's best place for them, I guess. I've made all the dog meat stew I can for the moment.
Yeah. Alright, this is the Aberdeen Pact. Alright. Spawned from the merging of multiple Scottish clans during the first half of the 15th century, the Hunters of Aberdeen Pack are individuals born outside of the Vale. Every single member of this group is part of the same extended family, and they all share minor anomalous abilities granted by their bloodline. Their main activity is hunting down and eliminating what they perceive to be threatening supernatural entities. This objective of theirs seems to be motivated in part by their willingness to follow their family's long-standing traditions, but mostly by necessity. Due to the anomaly present within their bloodline, being for them both a blessing and a curse, this anomaly grants pack members special talents that make them extremely effective field agents, and thus many of them have been scouted in the past by organisms.
I love organisms.
Such as the Global Cult Coalition, the mercenary group Primordial, Marshall Carter and Dark, and even at times the SCP Foundation. The history of the Aberdeen pack is disjointed. Numerous supposed offshoots have appeared in all corners of the globe over the course of the last few centuries, but these groups rarely last over a decade or two, and often imploded due to the inherent instability that characterized the hunters of the pack. The group as it exists nowadays only came about during the early 70s. This advent appears to be a gathering of 5 of the main family lines that survive to this day, and it is understood that their response to the dramatic shift that occurred in the United Society since the end of the Seventh Occult War and the reorganization of the balance of powers. Okay, so we got a bunch more this time. So, already at first, they're a group that hunts down and kills anomalies that they deem a threat.
I see. I just punched a fox to death.
You have now joined the Aberdeen Pack.
I don't think that's how you join it.
You get anomalous powers just by running out into the woods and punching a small canine to death. I mean, I guess I'm playing Skyrim, so I've got stuff that would be considered anomalous to the Foundation, but
What the fuck? Object class neutralized.
I just punched a
Okay.
rabbit in the ass.
Okay. So,
Did the Aberdeen family kill it?
my guess, seeing their symbol here, yes. But what was the anomaly is the question. 392FR is composed of 3 distinct anomalies. FRA... Oh, wait, not FRA. FR... Alpha, I think?
Yes.
Okay. And it's the B beta?
Yes.
I don't know what the Y is.
I could
Let me
look it
check.
up.
I'm looking it up as we speak.
Okay.
Alphabet. That is... What is it, uppercase or lowercase?
I can't tell. It could be either.
Okay, I think it's a gamma.
Gamma. I mean, that would make sense. Alpha, beta, gamma.
Yeah.
Alright. FR alpha, a set of quartz blocks held in place by a silver structure. FR beta, 392 beta, refers to a human corpse riddled with pieces of quartz, similar to those present within alpha. Gamma is a set of 3 objects resembling bear traps, carved from silver identical to that found in alpha. Alpha's description. Alpha is a static structure measuring 2 meters and 40 centimeters and weighing 1.6 tons. The object is composed of 2 distinct materials. The largest part is a collection of pieces of pure white quartz, roughly arranged in a vaguely humanoid shape. The second part is a network of silver filaments entangled around the main body of the object. These filaments appear to originate from a nexus beneath one of the lower ends of the quartz. The object was discovered on July 8, 1992 in the Frostkogan Forest thanks to indications given by Beta. Beta is an adult male corpse identified as Martinez Ding, Terabia, a harmless man of Spanish origin. Despite its obvious clinical death. Huh?
said bling is my mom asking me to go do something for her, so I'll be back in about a half hour or so.
Alright, see ya.
E.
Death. Body is able to move and communicate. The entity calls itself toy, but is unable or unwilling to say more about its own nature. Claims not to know its origin or why it is now embodied in a human body. Such body is perforated in various places by quartz fragments measuring between 75 and 413 millimeters. These are deeply embedded in the corpse and cause numerous internal lesions that appear to limit Beta's ability to move. Gamma 2 and 3 are several orbs 13 centimeters in diameter, each weighing approximately 35 kilograms. Their surface engraved with various alchemic symbols. When a pressure greater than approximately 500 newtons is applied to its surface, an abnormal reaction occurs and the sphere melts into a large number of filaments that encircle the entity at the origin of the force applied, preventing it from moving. The cables formed have no anomalous properties apart from their very high density. Okay, so now we know the entity. Alright. Now we get into the group at hand. Addendum 2. First group of the letter found on Beta. It was probably picked up by the latter on July 7th, 1992, at a post office in Oslo. The sender was never found. Nantes, July 4th, 1992. Montes. You'll find in the package the silver traps you asked for in your last letter. They aren't pretty, but they work. You'll take care of the payment the next time you come to the job. But the prices have gone up. It's getting harder and harder to find a competent alchemist to process silver. By the way, I contacted Eric. You were right. The birth you felt the other day was indeed at the Valgris. It's a girl, and they've named her Diane. Eric says he wants you to be the godfather, so I hope you'll have time to come to Switzerland for his baptism after your hunt. Tessa asked me to tell you that you're crazy, by the way. According to her, there hasn't been a single Bakahest in Norway since the beat of 1832. I don't like agreeing with her, but we haven't heard any rumors on the subject for years, and your trip about something big and white seems lightweight to me. Anyway, you've only ever listened to your intuition, and you're already there, so I'm not going to stop you. I know your thirst is great. Don't forget the payment for your traps. Fruitful to your hunt, brother, Henry Ducasse. Let's see. Oh dear God, his death was not quick. Each star is where one of those crystal fuckers was coming out.
Oh.
Yeah, his death was not quick. That is a slow death.
They didn't hit any major arteries, did they?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, because even in the torso, you'd have to be moved a little to hit one of the major arteries, I think. Oh, never mind. It seems to puncture both lungs.
Yeah.
I would kill.
So I'm assuming the because the steel traps are part of the anomaly. I have a feeling the person that was in the letter, like in this letter, is the poor fucker who died. And has become the SCP, then died. Oh yeah, Martinez Terrobia and Martinez. Yeah, yep, they died. They did not get the seed of baptism. So they went to hunt and failed.
Yeah, they were hunted. They were hunted.
Yeah. So when they said the Bacchus was not there, it probably was. It killed him.
My gosh. Well,
Actually, I'm kind of
he was
curious.
right. You don't want to be right about that, though.
What is a Bacchus? Is that an actual thing? Oh, it's this thing.
The water horse? It's one of the water horses?
Bacchus is often described as a majestic white horse that would appear near rivers, particularly during foggy weather.
Let me look it up. Yeah.
It's either a river or a seahorse.
There's many types of water horse, so looking up water horse, so reading descriptions of vague water horse does not tell you if it's good or bad. Some are evil, some are not evil.
Wait, hold on. Oh, here we go.
Oh, yeah, it's evil.
A supernatural being in the form of a horse often said lure children to jump on its back and then drown them by going into the water, able to extend its back to accommodate more children. Oh, wow, that's great.
So it just sounds like a different country's version of a Kelpie.
Yeah.
Which, yeah.
So they failed to kill that one.
Only, at least with Kelpie, there's a chance they're not bringing you in the water to kill you. But in this, 10 out of 10, they're bringing you in to kill you. Because they eat people. Okay, so yeah, they're different than Kelpie slightly. They're, okay.
Why do I get the feeling I know what this gun is?
So they went after a murder horse, but they got murdered.
Yeah, alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and immediately look to see where this group used this anomaly. Ah, 412 FR was covered during a raid carried out by MTF Epsilon 17, Action's dogs, on the home of Paul Ducasse in Severas on December 3rd, 2008. The individual managed to elude the agents, but his objects and documents in his home were recovered. Analysis of these items confirmed that Paul Ducasse belonged to a group of individuals known as Aberdeen Pack, as well as providing important information about the thorough little-known group. Extras for Paul Ducasse's diary are available in Dittum 412-1. Okay.
You know, if it's a group that hunts things down like murder horses, then maybe it's not a bad group. It's probably a good group.
Alright.
With a very low life expectancy.
Alright, so 412 FR is a modified Type 30 Arisaka bolt action rifle. Although production of the Type 30 ended at the beginning of the 20th century, this specimen appears to be more recent. Various signs of wear indicate regular use of the gun, but its overall good condition also indicates that it is well cared for. The inscription, property of Paul Ducasse, is engraved at the base of the stock, adjacent to the representation of a cross between two dots surrounded by a quatrefoil. Despite its apparent working order, 412 cannot be used to fire standard ammunition. Any attempt to use the object with ammunition other than those modified during the 412 Necros process is doomed to failure. The firing pin will strike the powder without triggering the powder explosion. The reason behind this anomaly is still not understood. When ammunition superficially created by 412 Necros process is loaded into 412's chamber, the rifle can be used normally, although the detonation cause is not discernible to the human ear because of its low frequency, 2 Hz. When a cartridge is used in this way, the projectile disappears completely from an observable environment, and the internal temperature of the chamber drops by around 10 degrees Celsius. The targets aimed at by 412 during these shots received no visible damage, but a study of their behavior after the shot revealed the weapon's effectiveness. Okay. Alright, so let's see. Like when it started doing shit. 'Cause we got like no effects. No effects, no effects, no effects, no effects. Alright. D4023, shot to the right shoulder, judged non-lethal. 5 minutes after the shot, D4023 began complaining of nausea and discomfort in his right arm. Careful examination revealed no anomaly. Subject continued to complain of these effects for 4 days before they seemed to dissipate. D420's body temperature dropped by around 6 degrees Celsius and did not return to normal until he stopped complaining about the pain. Strangely, he said he didn't feel the cold. It's important to point out that his right arm was particularly numb during these 4 days. Dr. Delia. A pig, lethal shot. Subject died 20 minutes after the test. Cause of death unknown. Body temperature was 12 degrees Celsius.
Oh.
The strangest thing was that despite the temperature, the pig didn't die of hypothermia, it just stopped. Dr. Delia.
Oh.
Office Bonsai Oak. Subject died 5 days after the test. No disease identified. Temperature recorded negative 20 degrees Celsius.
Oh.
The cost of reimbursing Dr. Naka's bonsai will be deducted from my next paycheck. Dr. Delia. D4023, lethal shot to the heart. 2 minutes after the shot, D4023 began complaining of severe heart pains and breathing difficulties. Subject fainted after 13 minutes. Subject died after 2 hours. As with the pig, the cause of death is impossible to identify, but his temperature dropped to 0 degrees Celsius before he died. Dr. Delia. So this gun freezes you to death. But it shows no signs of freezing you to death. Which
I
is
don't like that.
so apparently this fucker was good at his job, I should say. I think we should look at one more SCP, then make our final judgment.
Alright.
Alright. Okay, this is new. Object class Pagnum. Object containment is made possible by its own anomaly, but requires the use of significant resources by the Foundation to be maintained. Okay. So before I do anything, I'm gonna make sure Aberdeen Peg is nowhere to be seen. Pack. Pack. Oh, I didn't open that. Now it might be there. Alright. Let's close it. Open it again. Yep, right here. Here's communication for the Aberdeen Pack. Alright. So let's see what the SCP is, then see what they were talking about. Alright. 560 FR is a cumulus cloud, ordinarily situated at an altitude between 950 and 1,650 meters. The anomaly has properties that make it similar to cumulonimbus capillaris, particularly with regard to its vertical extension and its atmospheric instability, making it prone to exploding into supercell storms. Oh, my god. 560 FR is of minimal size for a cloud in this category, only rarely exceeding 6 kilometers in height and 750 meters in width. Its density, on the other hand, is anomalously high, as was revealed by sending a weather balloon into the interior of the anomaly. Additional studies have revealed that 560's mass slightly exceeds redacted tons, and redacted times more than a normal cloud of similar size. 560C's principal anomaly manifests when atmospheric conditions around the anomaly favor precipitation, starting in the form of a shower. This phenomenon is considered the anomaly's active phase. Instead of discharging hydrometeors like an ordinary cumulonimbus would, 560 forms a mantis cloud considered colossal in proportion to its size, as well as a protruding top similar to a tube rather than a dome. This starts a continuous rain of dried pieces of cadavers of various sizes identifiable as belonging to albino Elephas maximus Asian elephants.
What? Are you actually reading that? Oh, you are! Oh no!
It just rains dead elephants.
For a moment, I was thinking, wait, is Aaron fucking with me? I look over. No, you're not.
I'm gonna send this to Hatch, and he has not been here at all. But the second he comes back, he's gonna read that sentence and go like, "What the fuck?"
You want him to have the same reaction I did?
The pieces are all unusually large for animals of the species. The most extreme example being 12-meter tall skull. Osteological and DNA comparisons confirm that all the cadavers belong to the same creature. DNA analysis performed on samples revealed data redacted, similar to that found on other SCP objects of this type. Apart from their size and total absence of bodily fluid, the pieces don't exhibit any notable anomalies. The exception of recovered tusks from certain skulls. The area below 560 frequently records plaintive trumpets of more than 180 decibels from the anomaly. Alright, let's see what they were talking about. Identified keywords: pack, family, hunt, prey, thirst, oath, talent, little wolf. Suspected activity: GOI 0511, the Aberdeen pack. Reliability rate 91.7%. Recipient in motorized transport near DAHA. Sender static near Warwick, Massachusetts. Restoring communications. Sender. Good on the bus. Yep, but I don't thank you. The Airbnb you found me was very moldy. It was the only one at an affordable price. I wasn't gonna send a fortune when you only stayed one night in Brahmapur. I thought you were pocketing the jackpot with this contract, and couldn't I have stayed with someone from the pack instead? We only have one family living on this side of India, and it's the Shao lineage. They don't like it when immortals are attacked. They wouldn't have let you do this hunt. Seriously, what's their problem with that? What difference does it make if you kill the prey permanently or not? As long as the hunt is carried out, the rest isn't important. That's the view of our side of the family. It's a question of culture. In most of the Asian lineage, a prey that gets back up doesn't quench the thirst. Even if that's the case, it would be absurd to give up this contract. By the way, we said 15% of the pay, with a bonus of each defense in addition to the 5 guarantees. It was 12%, smartass. And be careful, please. Third oath or not, Cass will have my skin if a beloved little girl turned into a cloud of flesh and blood because of me. Yeah, I suppose it would be a pain in the ass to get pieces back for a funeral. Don't joke about that. Blake, this damn elephant has already killed a dozen reckless hunters. Between the mist, the wind, and the trumpeting, it's a high-flying prey. Relax, you train me, right? I'll keep my distance from the trunks, and with my talent, there's no way they'll take it by surprise.
Don't say that.
That's why
Sorry.
yeah, that's why I recommended you, Little Wolf, send me a confirmation message when the bus is going to arrive at Ganjam. I'll send you the map. I hope you still love trekking. You have at least 5 hours of walking. Don't worry, I already printed everything out. Kiss Amelia and the cousins for me, and tell Tim that I'm keeping an eye on that beast on the side for him. 1 missed calls.
May I just say, I think the one they called Wolf was talking that way because they're young, but I also think they'll probably die because of their ego.
Maybe.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah. 1 missed call. Sender. So does Hunt. 2 missed calls. Are you in the bank in an area with signal? 4 missed calls. Blake. 5 missed calls. I beg you, answer your phone. You should have contacted me hours ago. Tell me you're okay. Sorry it took me a while to come back. I just got all your messages. Oh, fuck. Thank God. Your mother is pressing me to get news from you. Are you okay? I'm sorry. What are you talking about? Are you okay? I'm fine. It didn't even touch me.
Sorry, I have to,
What's going on? Guess we're going to intermission while we're waiting. That's fine, Jerry. We'll just wait till you can come back.
I return.
Hey Hatchet, we're waiting for Jerry.
I see.
So the first one with the Aberdeen pack, they failed and got killed by the anomaly they were trying to hunt for.
Great.
And the second one is a gun used by them that slowly freezes you to death when fired onto a target, but it leaves no evidence of dying from hypothermia.
Oh.
Yeah.
What fun.
And also, Hatchet, go ahead and look in DMs and read what this SCP does.
Should I
Yes.
Okay. Instead of discharging hydrometers like an ordinary cumulonimbus would, SCP 560 FR forms a mammatus cloud considered colossal in proportion to its size, as well as a protruding top similar to a tube rather than a dome, and discharges a continuous rain of dried pieces of cadavers of various sizes, identifiable as belonging to albino Asian elephants.
Yes.
Wha- uh, what the hell?
In this, we were reading the message log, basically on them hunting the cloud. I'll read.
Hunting the elephant parts cloud.
Yeah, I'll read up to the part where I left off of Jerry. I'm waiting for Jerry. Alright, you good on the bus? Yep, but I don't thank you. The Airbnb you found me was very moldy. It was only one at an affordable price. It wasn't gonna spend a fortune when you only stayed one night at Ramapur. I thought that you were pocketing the jackpot with this contract, and couldn't I have stayed with someone from the pack instead? We only have one family living on this side of India, and it's the Ding Shao lineage. They don't like it when immortals are attacked. They won't let you do this hunt. Seriously, what's their problem with that? What difference does it make if you kill the prey permanently or not? As long as the hunt is carried out. The rest isn't important. As a view of our side of the family, it's a question of culture. In most of the Asian lineage, a prey that gets back up doesn't quench the thirst. Even if that's the case, it would be absurd to give up this contract. By the way, we said 15% of the prey, 50% of the pay, with a bonus for each defense in addition to the 5 guarantees. It was 12% smartass, and be careful please, third oath or not, Cass will have my skin if her beloved little girl turned into a cloud of flesh and blood because of me. Yeah, I suppose that it would be a pain in the ass to get the pieces back for a funeral. Don't joke about that, Blake. This damn elephant has already killed a dozen reckless hunters. Between the mist, the wind, and the trumpeting, it's a high-flying prey. Relax, you trained me, right? I'll keep my distance from the trunks, and with my talent, there's no way they'll take me by surprise. That's why I recommended you, little wolf. Send me a confirmation message when the bus is going to arrive at Ganjam. I'll send you the map. I hope you still love trekking. You have at least 5 hours of walk. Don't worry, I already printed everything out. Kiss Amelia and cousins for me, and tell Tim that I'm keeping an eye on that beast on the side forum. 1 missed calls, so does Hunt. 2 missed calls. Are you back in the area with signal? 4 missed calls. Blank? 5 missed calls. I beg you, answer your phone. You should have contacted me hours ago. Tell me you're okay. Sorry it took me a while to come back. I just got all your messages. Fuck. Thank God your mother's harassing me to get the news from you. Are you okay? I'm sorry. And that's as far as we got.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I I totally understand that stuff.
Yeah. I knew, I knew the second I sent that to you in DMs, you'd be like, what the fuck? The cloud raining dead
I
elephants.
just
However, what I didn't include is it's actually DNA analysis shows it's the same elephant.
oh, so it's just infinitely spewing bits of the same elephant.
Yeah. So what I'm guessing is by this audio log, where she said I'm sorry, something bad happened, and now the elephant turned into what the SCP is now.
Oh, how fun.
So yeah, now we're just waiting for Jiri.
How long ago did Jerry
I think it was a few minutes
move
ago.
away? Hmm.
Hopefully Jiri won't be too long.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Today at work, they gave us Thanksgiving stuff. Like turkey and gravy and all that shit. I didn't use any of the gravy because you'll get this reference, Hatchet. It didn't say it didn't have the same color, but it looked like Shion's cooking. Just like different sources of brown color instead of purple. I wasn't gonna touch that gravy.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole.
I knew you would understand.
Ugh. Now what to do with my time?
Watch porn.
I am currently in call with you. As trashy as I can be, I'm not going to, like, literally just sit down and dedicatedly watch porn while I'm in a Discord call with someone.
Why not?
I can leave.
Random person, well, I just got a bunch of cranberry ginger ale. And random person says, how about hentai then?
Same, well, for starters, that's the main thing I'd be watching anyway. But same thing. I barely watch porn of actual people.
Oh, oh.
Actually, I'm pretty sure at this point I could probably be considered some form of fictophile.
Hmm.
Eh. I have next to no attraction to actual people. Anime, however. There are very few instances of me being attracted to actual people. And it tends to be with, like, long-standing, uh, friendships.
Yeah. Oh, oh yeah, I got a comment on the, Robotic Republic video. Where we did, like, the robots who are racist towards humans.
Okay.
They said they're just robot Marxists.
No, no, they're not. That person doesn't understand a thing about Marxism.
Did I just hear Ethan? No? Who's Ethan?
Mm.
Oh, Ethan from Record. I mean, I don't think they would be here.
You've been making internet famous friends while I wasn't around?
Sure, the goddamn record clip wishing me happy Thursday at full volume.
Oh. Well, happy Thursday.
Yeah. Huh. So I don't know if this is accurate, true or not. Hatchet, do you remember just girly things?
Yes.
So
That's like the forced detransition, like,
yeah,
transphobic group, right?
yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, random person. Anyways, so I just see that I got a comment on it on that video. It says, "So this GOI was just created by some leftists to dehumanizing the right."
Why are you reading out fascist comments?
I don't know. But I don't think that's correct. Oh, fuck me, it happened again. Are you sure you're just not getting ads?
Where are you, Markiplier? But yeah, no, that sounds like you're getting folks on your comments. Wait, is this in the shorts?
No.
It's not in the shorts, okay. Well, it sounds like you're just getting comments from people that'd be more inclined to join that one fascist offshoot of of SCP community.
Yeah.
Either way, congrats, you got yourself a troll.
Yeah. Discord opened itself, then closed itself.
Yeah, that's normal. Everything's fine.
Ugh. I was just reading some other old comments, and I and I remember some people called me Dr. Bright, not the Dr. Aaron Bright as I go by, but Dr. Jack Bright. Or, yeah, no. No, I am not them. Also,
I take it we're on the intermission screen?
yeah.
Okay. Gods, I love the aspect of hell. I have fun facts to share if I want. Okay, do you want?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember this. We're basically
Oh, if I may, I misread. I apologize.
oh, Jerry's back,
Oh,
but
well.
before we go back, I remember this one fucker who's been wanting me to do so badly the international GOIs. It says bring part 2 of the time of the fuck, what branch is it? Thai branch. There's no part 2. Where do you get the part 2 from? We looked at all of them. What do you mean?
Oh no.
I mean, we just have to go to Thailand Part 2.
I forgot whipped cream. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Well, one of the ways I was able to get my mom to hang up was to promise I was going to go eat things.
Car poop is been in a car cinematic universe, so car Jesus must also be canon. Wait, does that mean that at some point there was a car that was crucified in the Cars universe?
Not a day goes by that I don't question being anywhere near you.
Now imagine how your friend's gonna react to me tomorrow.
Oh, I think you'll get along famously. Either that or you'll despise each other. It's one or the other. Or maybe you'll just be neutral, and that's fine too.
They didn't crucify him, they put him on one of those things in mechanic shops that lift cars and left him up there. So they just lifted him up in the air and just left him.
I mean, I guess it's more PG.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I saw a short today that I thought was I thought it was AI, but it's not. It it it's an actual thing. I forgot what it's called. But Disney created an isekai anime.
Okay.
The reason
I'm
why I thought
guessing you're not still on the murder elephant?
no, we didn't continue reading without you.
Oh,
We were waiting
okay.
for you.
Thank you.
You ready?
Yeah.
Fucking hate these boars.
Anyways, 3, 2, 1. Alright. Alright. What are you talking about? Are you okay? I'm fine. It didn't even touch me. So what happened? It wasn't immune to its own trunks. I'm not even gonna... Jack. I'm not even trying to pronunciate that.
Pronunciate?
Not pronunciate. I don't fucking know.
I'm not even going to try to pronunciate that.
That's gonna be clipped. What are you talking about? What did you do? Attachment sorry JPEG. It's literally titled, before I click it, In the Skies He Suffers. .png.
Ah,
Oh, it's a picture of a cloud.
it's
That
an
looks,
elephant cloud.
it's a cloud that looks vaguely like an elephant.
Shit. Well, I think we can say bye-bye to the contract with Marshall Carter and Dark. End of communication. What was the contract? Arivata's ivory horn. They wanted the horn from the elephant. Why am I not surprised from Marshall Carter and Dark?
Well, now I can't suggest it to be a good group anymore.
Well, it said in its group of interests it works with Global Coalition, Mercenary Group Primordial, Marshall Carter and Dark, and even at times the SCP Foundation. So it works with both good and evil.
Oh yeah, but we're talking about like
Oh,
various
yeah.
individuals. It's not a super
Yeah.
like interconnected group.
Yeah, it's different.
That's fair. It's a family.
Yeah, this is one family that worked for Marshall Carter and Dark. And plus, the other family that was in this area did not want to go after the elephant. So, different families have different opinions.
I guess I had a good opinion of them because the one family members that were trying to get rid of the bad water horse.
But died.
Yeah, the water horse got them instead.
Yeah.
The bad water horse?
They were trying to go after, I forgot how it's fucking pronounced. But basically, it was after this horse that lures children around on its back and then drowns them.
Oh
It's like a
right.
worse version of the Kelpie.
Right, yeah, I think I've heard of that. Isn't it like one of those Fae?
Yeah.
Like from Fae lore?
Yeah, Kelpie are Fae, but this is from a different country.
Oh, okay, so it's right. Okay. So it's
It's
just a
like a
worse
Kelpie,
kelp.
but worse.
Yeah.
Kelpie sometimes marry people instead of killing them. These one kill 100% of the time.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining that like reveal to the family. Like, okay, mom, dad, I know it's really weird. And but meet my new fiance, and a horse walks into the room.
So, we looked at 3 SCPs. The first one, they died trying to kill it. The second one is a gun they use that slowly freezes you to death without showing any signs of hypothermia on you. And the last one, they almost killed it, but they made it constantly suffer. I don't know where to put this group.
How about chaotic neutral?
That sounds fair enough.
Yeah.
Because they're as disjointed as a family, they don't exactly have an organization to how they do things.
Yeah.
And some do good things, some do bad things.
Yeah.
Family's so disjointed, it's making the Olympians look healthy.
Oh, well, we got the first group that has no SCPs connected to it. That's great.
Fun.
The African Office of Occult Affairs. God damn it, dyslexia. Created by King Louis Philippe I in 1830 during the months that followed the siege of Algiers. The African Office of Occult Affairs was a governmental organization in charge of collecting, managing, studying, and exploiting the anomalous and France's African colonies.
So it has roots in racist colonization. Mm.
And it
You say that as if there's such a thing as non-racist colonization.
Fair enough.
Also, it's starting to sound a little bit like a precursor to the Foundation, but racist.
That kind of describes the vast majority of precursors to the Foundation.
I wonder how the Foundation feels about that.
In certain situations, that could honestly just describe the Foundation.
Let's be honest, a lot of precursors to modern history tend to be very racist.
I
Yeah.
wonder why.
Right. Officially dependent on the Ministry of Occult Affairs, then on the Estate Noir, the AOOA actually acted almost autonomously and had important military and scientific resources at their disposal compared to other branches of the French occult administration. The AOOA's doctrine was based on the absolute defense of French paranormal interests in Africa. Thus, it engaged in an unbridled competition against other national or private groups of interests present on the continent, including the SCP Foundation.
Mm.
It was not rare for those conflicts of interest to escalate until they endangered the diplomatic relations of France and the Ministry of Occult Affairs, or even the security of the very civilian populations the AOOA was supposed to protect through its actions. Oh. The AOOA. Huh?
To the surprise of fucking no one, the colonists are being assholes.
The AOA was at its peak during the interwar period. It was during this era that the administration of the office made the greatest use of troops from the French occult regiments or the colonial industrie to achieve its goals. As the main anomalous organization of Free France, it actively participated in French resistance after the defeat of 1940 and in the liberation of the metropolis within the Allied Occult Coalition. The African Office of Occult Affairs was definitively dissolved in 1962 following the independence of Algeria. Its resources were recovered by the Estate Noir or sold to other organizations such as the SCP Foundation or Marshall Carter and Dark Limited. Some of its members are also recruited by the Foundation, the mercenary organization Primordial, the GOC, or the Chaos Insurgency. Why am I not surprised they're here?
By the way, you're cutting in and out of.
God damn it. Were you able to, like, follow along or
I've
whatnot?
got the general. I think
Okay.
we get the general.
Basically, it was a racist organization that eventually broke apart when one country in Africa was like, I want my independence, fuck off France.
Yeah.
A feeling that is understood the world round.
Yeah. And one of the groups they went and one of the groups they went to is probably one of the worst ones here.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So are we just gonna sit here in silence, or
Do we have enough info or are we good? Or do we want to try and
oh
find
we're oh wait, that's right. There's no SCPs for this one.
Yeah.
I
Just
can try to
call it.
look up to see if there's.
I don't think there's much need. We can just call it lawful evil and move on.
Okay.
Yeah. I agree with that. Now I just have to actually.
I'm good with that. Yeah.
There it is. The lawful evil one just keeps getting bigger and bigger.
A lot of
Well,
lawful evilness.
yeah.
Alright. Do we have any first? Okay, we got a bunch here. That's good.
I guess evil tends to like making itself a little lawful and stable because it's easier to conduct yourselves that way.
Okay, so this can either be evil or good, depending on what they do. Alright. Calderia
Most
is.
things are kind of like that.
Yeah. Calderia is a
Good
network.
or evil or somewhere in between.
Yeah. Anyways, Calderia is a network of establishments offering goods and services related to anomalous sex.
Pretty neutral so far.
Okay.
It operates similarly to a franchise. Nightclubs and other establishments that meet the necessary quality criteria may join the Calderia network and thus enjoy various benefits from protection and financial aid to the supplying of equipment or even personnel. And
That actually sounds good.
Yeah.
People in such industry often need protection.
Yeah. In the anomalous underground scene, the name Calderia is considered not only a guarantee of quality, but also of extreme diverse choice of sexual services and experiences of many kinds. Hence, it is necessary that the organization's name be communicated to customers in one manner to another to ensure that they know they will be served well. And it's up to each establishment to decide on a way to suggest their membership to the network, as some do not display it explicitly for various reasons. Independent brand already well established, sell as surveillance from authorities, cultural reasons. But the Calderia brand is always promoted in one way or another to profit from its reputation. Calderia is managed by an administrative council, which consists of representatives of the major branches and sectors of the anomalous sex industry. Its purpose is to handle network-wide affairs and occasionally settle internal conflicts and issues. Hierarchy within the council is explicit and mainly depends on the influence and reach of many branches network. Hence, political maneuvers and direct interventions are not rare, but always dissimulated under seemingly cordial relations. Although the Foundation only discovered the existence of Calderia in the 2000s, the network has existed at least since the early 1960s. Initially consisting of a few modest providers of sexual services based in the city of Marseille, its influence grew during the 2000s until it became what it is today, giving rise to the organization's current modus operandi. In the last few years, Calderia has extended its reach across the border and is now globally implemented from direct partnership with establishments or private commercial agreements when the opportunity arises.
So far, it sounds like a good organization.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So far.
So, let's go ahead and read.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Okay.
Let's go and read. I'll be right back in the distance.
Yeah. I was about to read this.
Wait, there's a non. There's an SCP here that's not even international.
Yeah. How long is it?
Answer pretty heckin'. Oh, I was about to say pretty heckin' short, but now just a kind of short.
Wait, hold on. It's not screaming, it's moaning.
Okay. god, it's not afraid, it's aroused.
Oh no.
What?
I wanted to do the one that's higher rated. And I saw this SCP also has connections to Datto. Wait, that means we already did this one.
Where did we put Datto? Oh wait, that's right. We put Datto in Datto tier because we had no idea what the fuck to do with it.
Pill ordered by Calteria. With this pill, you two can easily enjoy NTR. Feed this pill to your lover, and boom, body changes to containing NTR. There might have more special service if you wait a bit. So it's a pill that makes you do NTR. Not the Rare. Yeah.
Wait, does it actually say Nitorare?
Yeah, right here.
Oh my god, it does. What the It's just a cuck pill?
Yes, it's a cock pill.
Sorry, I've been getting nosebleeds recently, probably due to the weather.
That's fair. You missed cuck pill.
What?
Apparently, Calderia ordered pills from Datto, if you remember them.
Yeah.
And it's a pill that basically it does Netarare. You know what that is.
I do not know.
Netarare, a hentai genre about oneself or having sexual intercourse with someone else.
Okay, yeah, that's why he called it the cuck pill.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, that's basically what it does.
You know what?
Wait a
If
minute.
it helps them, it helps them. I shrug. Whatever you're into. So far, this group sounds like a good group.
Let's go to the thing that isn't related to Datto. I don't want to talk about Datto.
Alright.
I want to talk about Datto about as much as I want to see Shigastan.
That's fair.
Alright. Alright, so. What do you mean it makes you fuse hydrogen for 150 years? I saw that. Wait, what?
Hmm?
From the sounds of it, Datto sold a fucking bizarrely ineffective product.
That's not surprising. Alright. Another SCP to look at, then we're probably just gonna make a judgment. So far, it doesn't sound like they're a bad group. Alright.
Aside from doing business with Datto.
Yeah. 569FR is a spatial anomaly located in a former Alpaca Club facility, a nightclub doubling as a sex club in downtown Redacted. The anomaly is located in the back rooms of a private part of the club, supposedly reserved to intimate or sexual activities, consists of a hole in a wall similar in appearance to a glory hole, usually made to allow anomalous sexual relations between two individuals and non-anomalous yet similar clubs. 569FR, however, differs from a regular glory hole by its peculiar spatial properties. The wall bearing the hole is a solid bulkhead and does not link to any other room of the facility, merely separating the booth from a storage locker with about 70 centimeters of concrete and expensive polyurethane foam in between. Research conducted by Foundation personnel has revealed a non-anomalous electrical system linked to the metallic outline of the opening. It is designed to allow the circulation of very low current, with frequencies and modulations that do not make sense from a purely physical standpoint, and believed to have been used to control the anomaly at will during the active period of the club, guiding the spatial distortion towards another hole anywhere on the globe. The direct causality link between the activation of the current and spatial distortion destination has been proven by practical experiments, and the personnel in charge of 569FR has claimed to be able to control its functions 8 days after the beginning of the study. Once the passage has been opened by initial electrical stimulation, an optical disturbance visually similar to an intangible black veil appears in a hole, and a direct spatial passage opens. Any object of suitable size or liquid inserted on one side of the hole comes out of the other size until deactivation of the passage. Thus, it acts like a regular opening between the two rooms or spaces, linked in a physical way, except gases, which do not seem to be able to cross. Because of this, no pressure differential or airflow occurs when passage is opened.
So it's just a glory hole portal.
Yeah, just a glory hole
Yeah.
portal. Okay, so we can just put this one in one of the good tiers at this point.
Yeah,
Well,
honestly,
Huh?
we still had another that was like
oh, you're right. We can look at that one.
yeah, that's like not even international.
Alright, let's see, what is this one? 7669 refers to an unknown number of cognitohazardous paintings of various sizes and mediums. Whilst each of the paintings has different styles, including Cubanism, the stitial, geometric abstraction, supremacism, expressionism, and color field, are all considered examples of art created during the abstract movement. Outside of their shared theme, all paintings have been signed with the same signature, with love, Callie. Below each signature is a kiss mark, made using dark crimson lipstick. DNA analysis has failed to identify the creator of this mark. 7669 cognitohazardous properties manifest when a subject comes into eye contact with them. On observation, subjects experience a strong compulsion to maintain visual contact with the instance. This compulsion, while strong, can be resisted if the subject has an appropriate psionic training, or if they possess low spatial and interpersonal intelligence. Despite its strength, 7669's compulsion effect is temporary, and the effect subsiding suddenly after a period of time. This period varies, as the longest recorded period being 20 minutes. Following this period, the subjects will experience a sudden increase in dopamine, melatonin, and oxytocin, resulting in the subject experiencing feelings of excitement, happiness, melancholy, and arousal. However, a majority of subjects also experience light headaches, high blood pressure, muscle pain, and headaches. Oh yeah, I experience lightheadedness.
Light headaches, blah blah blah, and headaches. Okay.
Shut up. During the viewing period, as well as the compulsion, the subject will also try to comprehend certain aspects of the instance, identifying patterns, designs, methods, or images. Experimentation has found that 2 subjects have managed to come to the same comprehension. This desire to comprehend and understand the contents of 7669 instances increases in intensity the longer the subject remains in visual contact, with the majority of subjects becoming frustrated, aroused, and even aggressive. Many subjects also experience muscle tension and heightened blood pressure during this period. Like with the compulsion effect, this desire will subside after a period of time. Upon the completion of the observation period, 7669 antimimetic properties will come into effect. After ceasing observations with 7669, subjects will quickly find they are unable to remember any thoughts, comprehensions, or conclusions they made during their visual contact with 7669, although are able to recall physical sensations and emotions experienced. While short-term exposure is considered harmless, long-term exposure to 7669 has a severe impact on the nervous system of the subjects. Those who have been exposed multiple times to 7669 instance develop several neurological issues, including problems with depth and special perception, retrograde amnesia, and various types of agnosia. Retrograde amnesia, the inability to create new memories after an event or complete inability to recall a recent past. Agnosia, the inability to process sensory information. Long-term exposure also results in a compulsion period, a subject experience lengthening, and a subject developing an addiction to observing 7669.
What's this one have to do with the group? I guess we'll find out.
Okay. We'll find out in Discovery. Alright. 7669 was brought to the Foundation's attention on May 11th, 2015 by Agent Han Nyam, working undercover in FPO2, Backdoor Soho. Agent Yum first witnessed 7669 during a masquerade gala organized by GOI 012, Marshall Carter and Dark. Not surprised. Where numerous groups of interest situated in FPO2 provided entertainment, craftsmanship, and cuisine, 12 instances of 7669 had been provided and hung in individual private rooms. Following the gala, Agent Yum alerted the Foundation, and a raid conducted by MTF Mu3, Highest Bidders, and MTF Pi 1 City Slickers on a warehouse in Sunset Park, New York City, which contained many of the items used during the gala. 7669 was one of the many anomalies obtained. When asked for details about 7669 during the gala, Agent Yum claimed that had been provided by GOI 669 Caldaria, and all viewings had to be requested by an individual known as Mix Caselli. When asked to describe the individual, Agent Young reported that Miss Caselli possessed metamorphic capabilities, altering between various genders and sexes through the gala. Due to the strong possibility of their connection to GOI 669, the individual was added to the person's interest roster. Okay, so they created the paintings.
But specifically for themselves and themselves only to look at. So they're probably not affected by the painting the same way others are.
Probably.
And they know others would be affected differently.
Yeah. Also, I just realized Ancient Yum is playing a very probably playing a very stressful and terrifying job, because if Marshall Carter and Dark catches them being a spy, they're fucked.
Yeah.
Like, getting on their bad side is one thing you don't want.
Also, what's the point of taking the painting when it wasn't being misused? It's literally like, no one look at it besides this person.
Yeah.
Wait, what? It's not saying that no one look
What?
at it except this person. There's multiple of them, and the people
Yeah.
just
Well,
had
they
to
were
ask
saying
that.
that they could only look at it if it was that person asking for it before the Foundation grabbed it.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't tell us much other than this person's related to Caldera.
Yeah. They made the painting, they are connected to Caldera in some way, and they only wanted to be the only one looking at it, probably because looking at it for other people affects them negatively.
I
So,
don't think that that was implied at all. That they
wasn't
want to be the only one looking at it. Why would they set up booths, like private rooms for people to go look at them?
I thought it said that, like,
Now, 12 instances of 7669 have been provided and hung in individual private rooms.
yeah, but it also said that when asked for details, like, the agent claimed that the viewings had to be requested by an individual known as Mex Gazelle. So literally,
Okay.
only one person was allowed to look at it.
No?
No, that's
Yeah.
saying that you have to go through that one person to look at.
Yeah.
Oh, I
You have to
misunderstood.
You have to walk up to that person and say, "Hey, I want to look at the weird paintings." They're like, "Okay, you can look at the weird paintings."
Okay.
Yeah. So, where are we putting Calderia?
I Barring anything else, I think I'd just put them in true neutral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like I think it's important to remember that like fundamentally they're still like for all intents and purposes a corporation of some kind. Like they
Yeah.
don't actually care about people. They care about money.
I was happy at first because it sounded like they cared about the safety of their workers. But you're right, they are a corporation. They even work with Marshall Carter and Dark.
Yeah.
If any I mean, to be fair, like the profit motive can lead to them saying, "Hey, it's best for our work it's best for our profits if we protect the workers," which is a good thing, but it doesn't change the fact that the
Yeah.
motivation is the profit, not the well-being of the worker.
Yeah. Uh, Also, pretty much, I think, if not 90%, 100% of all companies in the SCP world pretty much work with Marshall Carter and Dark at this point.
Yeah, at this point, I'm starting to think that.
Yeah, I agree. At this point, even the Foundation's probably worked with them at some point.
I think that, like, yeah, they definitely have.
Yeah.
Honestly, at this point, like, Marshall Carter and Dark feels like the embodiment of the statement there is no ethical consumption under capitalism.
Yeah.
Like, if you're in business in the anomalous world, you're going to do business with them in one way, shape, or form. Otherwise, you die or you
Yeah.
don't get to do much.
Yeah. And let's also not forget the fucked up thing Marshall Carter did to one woman who tried to scam Marshall Carter and Dark out of their money. Which I think for a
Well, that's
hundred
why you don't try to scam Marshall, Carter, and Dark.
I think for like 100 years, she's forced to be a living doll. Like she's still thinking and sees everything, but she cannot move, eat, sleep, or drink. She's just there for a
Yes,
hundred
we
years.
we we know about the non-consensual petrification situation.
Yeah, I was just saying in case random person doesn't know that. 'Cause, yeah, they
Oh,
did that.
They basically got put into a certain type of petrification kink play, except they are not consenting
Yeah.
for 1,000 years.
It's fucked. Anyways, another fucked thing. We're doing police again.
well, I
Great.
guess that's why you never fuck with Marshall, Carter, and Dark.
Yeah. Anyways, the French National Gendarmerie, a paranormal counterpart to the National Gendarmerie countryside police, the Gendarmerie is a secret armed force operating under the authority of the Ministry of Internal Affairs, in charge of protecting the population and simulating anomalies on French territory. Formed during the famous Affaire des Gendarmerie in 1804, the Gendarmerie played a repressive role which combined with the military scientific role of the singular imperial academy ensured the monopoly of the French state on normal affairs. Outlasting the empire, the Gendarmerie became a respected institution of the Republic dedicated to safeguarding France from the most unthinkable threats. After a golden age and Belle Epoque and a dark age under Vichy France, the Gendarmerie went through an increasingly marked decline during the second half of the that's 20th century. XX is 20th century.
Yes.
Okay. 20th century, unable to adapt to the evolution of the paracriminality and competing with with the opening of France to international organizations such as the Foundation. In this early 21st century, its outdated equipment, overstretched staff, and budgetary restrictions made the Condesriere widely inefficient, and Condesries are now limited to fighting against parent delinquency and occasional investigative work in cases that do not comply with conventional fiscal laws. However, the organization maintains close collaboration with Miviludes and Gaipan and Estate Noir, the French governmental division in charge of the conservation of esoteric artifacts. Although the relationship between the Destrier and SCP Foundation has greatly varied in the past, the two organizations are now on relatively good terms, even though Foundation officers still frequently encounter difficulties in working with the most chauvinistic members of French law enforcement.
Okay.
I like how it included not just this group, just French law enforcement in general.
French law enforcement are chauvinistic. Not surprising.
Yeah. Alright, do we need to see an SCP or are we just gonna put them with the other police?
Yeah, might as well just toss them in lawful evil.
Yeah. And now we got a third tier in lawful evil.
Me in a third row?
Third row, yeah. Why did I say tier?
Which tier of lawful evil are they?
Oh, I don't know if this is gonna be good or not. Oh no.
That's how most things are.
Alright, the Gentiles Homes Humanistes Humanist Gentlemen, commonly referred to as Gentiles Humanes, takes roots in humanist organization from the second half of the 18th century, created by Jean-Baptiste Ravin de Corville and Baron de Holbach. What?
I'm just having fun listening to you struggle to do French.
Shut up.
Which, I mean, to be fair, I'd be struggling just as bad as you, but it's still funny to hear.
I'm just gonna say Humanist Gentleman instead of the French name. The aims of this organization has always been to improve the human condition through abnormality and reach the ideal of the better man. Oh no. Indeed, the humanist gentlemen see abnormality as a natural process with which mankind must acquaint itself and thus form the Neo-Enlightenment movement. Oh no.
Why do you keep saying, oh no?
Oh, I don't know. I get the feeling they're they might be doing it against people's will or not, or something like that. I don't know. I don't know what I'm thinking. Anyways,
Are you okay?
maybe.
Like, like, from everything we've heard thus far, there's, like, some reason to be a bit hesitant, but, like, on the surface of it, this sounds good.
Okay. The humanist gentlemen are currently present in Western Europe, mostly in France. The humanist gentlemen strongly denounce the destruction of SCP items, as well as the containment of harmless anomalies, in addition to their fight for fundamental rights of anomalous individuals. The humanist gentlemen activities mostly revolve around the research and creation of anomalies that could improve the human condition. Old Task Force Tau 3, the King's Regiment, was created in order to officially fight against these anomalies and arrest their creators. Thanks, Foundation. Nevertheless, the humanist gentlemen are very discreet on the anomalous international scene. Even though they seem extremely active in the underground anomalous scene, the gathering intelligence on the way their organization works proved to be difficult. The humanist gentlemen are not hostile to the Foundation and have shown respect towards its achievements, but claim to be ideologically irreconcilable. Moreover,
Irreconcilable.
irreconcilable. Moreover, they have successfully infiltrated the French branch on several occasions, but always by convincing one of its employees to work with them. Any individual suspected to be part of or to work with the humanist gentleman is to be detained for further interrogation.
Unless we see some absurdly abhorrent stuff suddenly pop up in these SCPs. This is sounding like another flavor of the Serpent's Hand.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But we don't have
Which is
to look at SCP. You know why? It has a hub.
oh nice. Which is again a part of my confusion at your your concern and saying, "Oh no," at the
I
start of
I
this.
know what I know. I think I know what was happening. I think my mind was still on the previous group, so when I was
That's
reading
okay.
that, it was confusing that group with this one. Which no, they do entirely different things. Okay, all right. So we actually get a lot of information right here, about it. All right.
Okay.
The humanist gentlemen commonly referred to simply as the gentlemen are anomalous transhumanists whose goal is to improve the human condition through the use of anomalies. Okay, we already know this. You know, furthermore, the organization may have enacted certain influence in French politics notoriously during the French Revolution. Oh.
I mean, yeah. They're fundamentally based off of the Enlightenment.
From the simplistic group of philosophical humanists pondering that it was during its infancy, it has developed and expanded enough to be considered a fundamental piece of France's anomalous world. The gentlemen think of themselves as a modern continuation of the movement known as the Enlightenment, arguing that since the fundamental rights of mankind were acquired through this mentioned movement, the neo-enlighteners must acquire the fundamental rights of anomalous men. The gentlemen are mainly present in France, but they also mark their presence in the United Kingdom, Germany, Belgium, Austria, and the Netherlands, Italy, and Spain, and anecdotally in Eastern Europe. That's a lot more that was mentioned than the short description. It's kind of shocking we get to see like exact locations. Usually it's just left
The
vague. Its relatively small size limits the organization's action capabilities while facilitating its concealment from the eyes of the Foundation. Internal functioning. The Gentleman's organization is seemingly divided into three main strata. The network, comprised extensively of civilian informants uniquely present in metropolitan France, they allow the gentlemen to keep track of the movements of other organizations and to locate anomalies. Network informants are treated on a case-by-case basis. While some do not know who their employees are, others are offered apprenticeship after a period of time. Apprentices are the disciples of the gentlemen who teach them anomalous sciences and the philosophical doctrine of the organization, including through field missions. Every apprentice is supposed to become a gentleman one day. The gentlemen, in their own accord, they form the head of the organization, they take an oath, receive the three gifts, adopt a new name, receive a private residence funding, and the responsibility of raising one or more apprentices. The gentleman possesses enormous freedom within the organization, seemingly able to act independently as long as their researches do not deviate from the guidelines established by the Assembly. Thus, a certain number of gentlemen only research and are accompanied by their apprentices in their private residences, while others attend retreats or clubs. It is estimated that the number of their members does not exceed 1,000. The gentleman's organization, huh?
I was going to say that's vague.
Yeah. The gentleman's organization seems to lack institutionalization, which its only administrative body being the Humanist Assembly. This body would meet with an indeterminate frequency to arrange the organization's guidelines as well as the funding granted to each gentleman. The organization seems primarily based on a form of how do I say this?
Meritocracy.
Meritocracy.
Yeah.
Basically, they gain rank on their merits, I think.
Gotcha.
From the sound of it, yeah.
So basically, they do things and they get higher rank because they did the thing.
Yeah.
They actually have the merit. I.e.
Alright. Funding. The gentleman's stable funding is provided by a membership fee that every full-fledged gentleman must pay. The money is then combined and redistributed amongst the gentlemen according to their individual merits and necessities. However, the organization is also supported by donations from its wealthiest members. It indeed seems that many wealthy families have been historically involved with the organization. It also seems that unidentified patrons pertaining to the same interests that the gentlemen pursue also contribute to the cause. Finally, certain anomalies have been created with the sole intent of being sold through the intermediary of Marshall Carter and Dark Limited, a group frequented by several gentlemen.
You know what? If they need the money, I can't even knock them anymore. Marshall and Carter and Dark is just everywhere.
I mean, technically, in every universe, Marshall Carter Dark controls the entire black market. So basically, yeah, if you need money or anything, go to them.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Again, Marshall Carr and Dark is the anomalous version of there is no ethical consumption under capitalism.
Yeah. Even though the group is fucked up, I do like how they're portrayed. Like, it's portrayed really well.
Oh, yeah.
Very nice.
Alright. Activities. The main activities of the gentleman are centered around the research of the anomalous, particularly the theory of singularity bridges, and the creation of anomalies likely to improve upon the human condition. Several gentlemen also practice philosophy applied to the anomalous. Different policies frame the activities of the gentleman, although some of these remain largely unknown to the Foundation. 3 of these policies can be cited. The Nova Gloria, New Glory, which is a structural pillar of the gentleman's activities. It concerns the creation of anomalies aimed at improving the human condition, directly or indirectly, understanding human mechanisms in order to influence their characteristics. According to the gentleman's philosophy, acquiring a new glory is analogous to making man's anomalous by their nature. The politic of Renovatio Polgiatati, restoration of what is beautiful. In order to create the art of the better men, this involves financing an artist, an anomalous artist, to create artistic and an aesthetical anomalous aesthetics works, turning the gentlemen into important patrons for the development of anomalous arts. The homonym. The misspelling of homonym has been noted. It is left intentionally as per the original. The men. An originally non-anomalous politic. Anonymously, the gentlemen promote humanitarian missions in the benefit of, but not only, populations oppressed by authoritarian government regimes, notoriously when they wish to gain control of an anomaly. The group of interest supposedly works to combat this kind of regime, despite the fact that no concrete evidence of their involvement can be found. The gentlemen, however, consider these politics as guidelines rather than dogmatic contracts. proselytism to humanists and transhumanists causes occur exclusively through the publication of scientific and philosophical studies. In order to recruit new members, the gentleman used the network to locate new potential apprentices, preferring an individual approach. Nevertheless, the gentleman occasionally approached members of other organizations, including the Foundation, to convert them to a new cause, especially due to their knowledge about the anomalous. The Foundation strongly encourages personnel to denounce anyone suspected to have ties or alliances with the humanist gentlemen. The gentlemen are extremely discreet in collecting information regarding their organization is undoubtedly difficult. They seem to possess a tremendous amount of mastery and control over mimetic effects, which are utilized to transmit coded information. Relationship with the Foundation. Gentlemen are not directly hostile to the Foundation, having expressed their respect to the Foundation several times. However, the gentlemen claim that two organizations' ideologies are irreconcilable, but gentlemen consider anomalies as a natural process that is futile and dangerous to resist, contrasting with the Foundation's policy of containing even the most harmless anomalies. It's due to that reason the fact that gentlemen are conscious of their small size and force when compared to the Foundation, that they do not display open hostility except when they have interests at stake.
Unfortunately, it looks like whatever that hyperlink to the interest at stake part was deleted.
Oh, here we go. The Serpent's Hand, status unknown. Relationships between the Serpent's Hand and the Gentleman remain extremely vague due to the discretion of both organizations. However, due to their ideological convergence, they do not ignore each other, as seen by how their relations alternate between conflicting and cooperative. The question of anomalous individuals seems to be a binding point between these two organizations, as both of them want to acquire the fundamental rights thereof to protect them. There seem to exist historical connections of an indeterminate nature between the two organizations. Okay. Gold Coalition, hostile defensive. Sapphire, hostile concurring. Circuit Colts, hostile active.
Who could have guessed?
The anomalous religions, amicable variable. Gentlemen are not fundamentally hostile towards anomalous religions. Instead, they combat any type of thought that poses the man as subjected to a higher power. They do not fight any more anomalous religions than they fight non-anomalous religions. Gentlemen engage in ideological and philosophical battles against all cults that cultivate thoughts that undermine the individuality of men and their fundamental rights. Hmm.
So basically, they
Yeah.
they go about things in the original Enlightenment sense of agnosticism.
So yeah. So
Makes sense.
basically, the only ones that are not hostile is the anomalous religions. Severus Hand is because unknown, and Martial Card Dark Limited, which is amicable cooperative. Everyone else, they fight.
Yeah. Hmm. I would say. Hmm.
Yeah. Also,
I put them in neutral good.
Yeah.
yeah.
They're not structured enough to where I would put them in lawful, but they're also not chaotic enough to where I would put them in there.
Yeah. Also, the conflicting part I think would be with Martial Card and Dark, because the Serpent's Hand despises this group.
That's fair.
Yeah, and
Well, they haven't. It doesn't sound like they've ever met the Serpent's Hand. So I don't think if they met the Serpent's Hand that they would even bring up that they talked to Marshall Carter and Dark.
yeah. No,
Hmm.
that's also why in my own character's lore, why some circumstance groups don't like Misfits toys because of their connection to Martial, Carter, and Dark.
E.
Alright, so it's that one. So neutral good. Alright. Humanity is the next one.
No, not humanity.
It'll probably be the last one of the night. And it has no SCPs connected
Okay.
to it. Great.
Does it have a hub?
No. Alright, here we go. Humanity is an extra-dimensional group that remains inscrutable in nature, origins, and motives. Most ancient traces marking its existence go back to ancient Egypt, where the group seems to have been very influential before disappearing from history, signing in the beginning of the fall of the Egyptian Empire at the time. SCP Foundation noticed this group during the 19th century, following archaeological searches, having brought to light an entire anomalous aspect of the ancient Egyptian history through stories mixed up with official documents, myths, and religious texts. Both the texts and engravings that were found were depicting powerful extra-dimensional, near-human entities called despots. They were described as gods of death, locked in a perpetual state of decay, who needed to collect, enslave, and devour the souls of the departed to compensate with their state of eternal death. The text also mentions walking hordes of undead descending in the world of the living in order to abduct humans to offer the despots, as well as to contact those who would serve them willingly in exchange for unnatural gifts such as immortality. Following those discoveries, the SCP Foundation established a vast censorship operation surrounding these searches in order to conceal elements that would threaten the secrecy of the anomalous. 2 decades after its operation, the Foundation noted a massive increase in the rate of abductions performed in strange circumstances, with the occasional arrest of individuals claiming to accomplish the will of the despots and wearing the seal of humanity on their body. Since the beginning of the 20th century, the Foundation is intercepting an increasing number of civilians claiming to have witnessed dead people coming back to life, as well as visions of putrefied monsters vaguely resembling the old gods of ancient Egypt. That went 0 to 100 real fucking fast.
So, what I'm hearing is this is the SCP universe's response to ancient aliens conspiracy theorists. That
Yeah.
they were right.
Ugh.
I don't like that.
I don't like that either, especially since I remember one portion of my archaeology classes was specifically like placed to talk about how typically when people go aliens, it typically ignores a lot of evidence.
Yeah.
And
Well,
also, just because we don't know how something happened doesn't mean aliens. It's kind of a lazy cop out.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm meaning like this is like the Foundation's version of it, where like in the Foundation universe they're correct.
Yeah.
Is what
Also,
I'm.
And I don't like that either.
do we put this somewhere in evil? Because if you think about it, its group is killing people,
Yeah,
as well as slaving.
I mean, yeah.
Enslaving, so there's slavery and
it,
death.
it's evil.
I I'm guessing lawful evil.
Yeah. At first, I thought there was gonna be like another humanitarian group. Like, nope. So that was the last one of the night. How many French groups do we have left? Oh, a couple. Wait. Oh, I placed the wrong one in the. Let me just fix that. I placed this group Kingdom Versatile Is it neutral good? We're supposed to do something. Well, we already did you. We already did Sapphire. We're not going after Sapphire again.
I don't like Sapphire.
Yeah. Alright, so that's it. Ending soon now. I think I'll start raiding again tomorrow. Today I'm just tired.
That's fair.
Jerry, do you have any last words for String?
Uh, Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Hatchin, any last words for String?
Uh, um, a birthday stream tomorrow. I really need to make a list of words that are in theme, but I also don't know what all I would put in it.
I believe in you.
But yeah, that's tomorrow.
Alright, anyways, Danger Noddles, I hope to see you guys next time for your next mission. You better join us tomorrow for Hatch's birthday stream.
Danger.
Anyways, so yeah. And, and lastly, Danger Nipples.